Hey guys, so I'm standing at Sephora in a long line buying the Melt Vita palette. Okay, I've already done a video about that and talked about it. But the day that I was standing in line at Sephora to buy that, you know how they have all those little cubby compartments? That's the word I'm looking for. Small compartments with the miniature size things that you can buy. Let me tell you something. Miniature size products are the future of makeup because everything is reasonably priced. Um, it's the amount of product that you really want or need, because if you're into makeup, you probably have multiple items in any given category, and you're never actually going to go through something unless you're really crazy about it. So it's the way to go, really, because if you're buying a lot of makeup, then that way you're not uh, wasting a ton of money on a full size of something that you're never going to get through. So I'm standing there and I'm looking at all the stuff while I'm waiting in this long line, and I see Natasha Denona Blush and Glow. That's the box that it comes in. And in this is this compact that picks up every single fingerprint every time you touch it. So it's like a mirrored compact. Try and get those fingerprints off. There we go. And what you get in here is you get a little tiny blush and a little tiny highlight. And the blush is called Golden Coral. And the highlight is called All Over Glow Face and Body Shimmer in Powder Number 1 Light. So it even has a little tiny mirror in it. So cute. So these are the colors. And I had never tried anything by Natasha Denona before, because really all I knew her for, people would talk about the large eyeshadow palettes that are over $100, and that's just crazy. I would never spend over $100 for an eyeshadow palette. It just doesn't make sense to me. Plus, I just can't spend that much money on just one thing, because then I won't be able to buy anything else for months and months. So anyways, I thought, I've never heard anybody talk about her blushes or highlighters, but it would be fun to try something by that brand. So I bought this, and that was 2 weeks ago, I think, that I bought that Vita palette. Yeah, that was 2 weeks ago. And I've used this every single day since I bought it, because this is like the perfect balance between tones. It seems like it goes with everything, no matter what I do with my makeup. I've been experimenting more doing like multi-tonal makeup, and when you do that, it makes it pretty tricky to pick out a blush, because if before I used to do like either one tone or the other, so I would just reach for a warm tone blush or a cool tone blush. But when you're mixing tones, like I did this on purpose today so that you could see what I'm talking about. Like my lips and my top are fuchsia pink, which is an extremely cool color. But then on my eyes, I did the ColourPop Going Coconuts palette, which I already did a video about this. Come on, open up. There we go. So this is what I have in my eyes, which is just warm beiges, browns, your typical warm toned neutral palette. So I deliberately went warm on my eyes and cool on my lips so that I could show you how versatile this is. Because when you think of golden coral, you think warm, right? No. This is a very neutral tone blush that will go with anything. Same thing with the highlighter. The highlighter is like the palest, palest gold color that is like one of those cooler golds, because gold is traditionally a warm color, but they've made it very light here so that you can wear this duo with anything, because I've been doing it for 2 weeks now. And I am somebody that's not really blush crazy. Like, some people love blushes. I see them more as a functional thing. And if I can find something that works for every look, I'm going to use it. Because I do have some blushes that I really love, but most of them are warm, and unfortunately I've been really getting into cool toned eyeshadows lately. And so a warm blush with a cool eye, it just doesn't look nice. It just doesn't. And surprisingly, I don't have that many cool tone blushes. And sometimes it just looks like too much with the cool eyes and the cool blush with a cool lip. It's too much. It's too much cool tone. It's like overboard. So this is perfect because I can wear this with anything. Now, I don't have it on right now because I wanted to demonstrate it for you. So I'm going to take my AOA Studio F13 blush brush and dip it into the blush. And the brush fits perfectly in there, in case you were wondering if it was difficult to get a brush in there. Now, this is a very soft, subtle blush, so it's just going to give you a hint of color. You can definitely build it up if you want to, but I'm not a fan of a really strong blush. I want the focus to be on my eye, my eyeshadow, and my lipstick, and I don't really want a strong blush, but I do still want like a hint of color. So I'm just kind of pressing my brush into it. So that's about all I want for color, but you can definitely build it up. And if you want to see this swatched, see, it's just a very sheer, they're calling it golden coral, but to me it's more like a peachy pink or a pinky peach. You know, it reminds me quite a bit of NARS Orgasm, but not quite as coral, and this is more finely milled. This is a beautiful formula. All right, let's do the highlight now. Now I'm going to switch to an AOA Studio F19 brush, and we're going to go into the highlighter. Okay, so you can definitely see it. It's again, it can be built up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a setting spray and see if we see any difference once I use a setting spray in terms of that shine. And this is just an LA Colors setting spray, very inexpensive, but it does the job. I was just curious about it. Okay, I've already got hairspray in my hair, so I'm gonna inevitably end up with setting spray too. I wonder what setting spray does when it hits hairspray. I wonder if you get like a chemical reaction. Okay. And get out my trusty fan here. Okay. Ooh, 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 ooh. That actually made quite a difference, didn't it? Wow. It seems to have dispersed it too and made it like blend in to my skin better. I don't see it as much on this side though. Okay. Let's take a little bit more. I think it's the lighting. Because I'm playing around with my lighting today, I'm using a combination of natural and artificial lighting. So I think the reason why it's showing up more on this side and not so much on this side is because of my lighting. But I love this thing, is my point. And for $19, now I don't know how long it's going to last, because if I keep using it every single day, day after day, but it would be so satisfying to actually use something up. And there are just certain categories of makeup that aren't as fun as others. Like, I would much rather like find things that I love in a specific category and then just not even like experiment trying new things. Like the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Concealer. Oh my God, I love that so much. I'm all done experimenting with concealers. I just love it. It's incredible if you haven't tried that yet. And of course you can't beat the price because it's ColourPop. The only thing is, why don't they carry ColourPop's best products at Ulta? The 9-pan eyeshadow palettes, the Pretty Fresh concealer and primer. Why don't they have these things in store? It's crazy. So you have to place an order, which I guess it's no big deal, but it just would be nice if to be able to wait until you got really low on something and then just run over and pick it up at the store instead of having to place an order. Because when I place a ColourPop order, I feel like I need to get a few things so that I can get free shipping. But yeah, when it comes to like primer, foundation, concealer, blush, contour, mascara, brows, those kind of things, I would love to just find my holy grails and be done with it. And I think I may have done that already with some of the things that I've found in the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 months. Some of the categories I feel I've hit that mark, but some of them, you notice I didn't mention highlighter, because as much as I love this highlighter, I still like to do like a crazy highlighter sometimes that's just blinding, or now they're starting to colored highlighters are starting to become more acceptable to experiment with. The industry kind of dabbled with those for a while and then sort of got away from them, but those I think are coming back again. But yeah, the whole idea of these minis is great because you don't have to spend like I don't even know what a full-size blush or highlighter by Natasha Denona would cost, but I'm not really interested. This is fine for me. This is all I need. And how great would that be if you were somebody that traveled? So that's awesome. I love it. So that's it today for today, you guys. And thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.